This is Savage W, MMA fan, back with another video. And why? Why does Roxanne Modafferi continue to amaze me? She continues to operate on the highest level of fight incompetence, of fight attitude. I mean, her acumen for not wanting to be a world champion is the greatest of all fucking time. Know what I'm talking about? So, once again, there was a mandatory, interview with, Roxanne Modafferi, because we know grandma don't like bloggers. She don't like podcasters. She don't necessarily fuck with the WMMA universe like she should. But anyway, that aside. So I read this article, and I'll leave a link. I'm reading this off of Cage Side Press and whatnot. And I was asked from Combo Breaker 99, shout out to Combo Breaker 99, and we already discussed this on this live stream, but I still want to get this video out about this shit because what she said in this article was very interesting. Okay, she starts off talking about, as you know, she's getting ready to retire soon, and she got a fight with Casey O'Neill, and she's saying shit like, she don't want to punch things anymore. It's too violent. And she's talking about when she was 13 and shit, and how she took up motherfucking taekwondo and karate. And then a little bit later, she started getting more into other martial arts and disciplines. And next thing you know, she was doing mixed martial arts professionally. And, she went through this whole process of being in Ultimate Fighter twice and whatnot. I mean, she has a somewhat interesting story, but this seems like everybody else, including me, is more interested in her motherfucking career than she is. Know what I'm talking about? So anyway, Roxanne Modafferi is at a point now where she says, she's tired of it. She's tired. She's tired of being in the UFC. She's tired of being a professional fighter. And, in this statement that she made, it sums up her whole career. And because she's very inspirational to me in a funny way. Like my first 3 videos was dedicated to her. Just listen to this, okay? I'm not making this shit up. My life goal was to make it into the UFC, period. It wasn't to fight for the title. It was just to be in the UFC and try to be the number one strongest fighter in the world. Whatever that entailed, that was my goal. What the fuck? Savage doesn't even know what this shit means. I mean, come on, Roxanne. Give yourself a little bit more credit than that. I mean, come on. I mean, I know 2 things can be true at the same time, but how the fuck can you be in the UFC and want to be the strongest fighter in the world? And what is this whatever that entails shit? Savage is I'm done with it. It's like they say, if you can't beat them with brilliance, baffle them with bullshit, and Roxanne Modafferi will baffle the hell out of you. So I'm trying to break this shit down to you, okay? This is my genre, okay? I'm very fucking involved, ingrained to, the interest of the language and words. And I'm telling you, I don't know what the fuck Roxy is talking about. I have no fucking clue, to be honest with you, because I thought that being the number 1 strongest fighter in the world and being a champion were kind of like synonymous. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I don't get it. I don't really fucking get it. But she does talk about how she had a lack of focus, and, that was one reason she wanted to retire. Plus, she's been having some serious fucking, head issues, and and I got sympathy for that. But the problem is that it doesn't sound like Roxanne Modafferi was ever interested in being a champion. So it would make sense that she didn't call out Valentina after beating Antonina. It would make sense that she didn't call out Valentina and called out Lauren Murphy, after beating Macy Barber. Like I don't know, but one thing that I agree with Combo Breaker 99 on is I really hope Casey O'Neill smashed the fuck out of Roxanne Modafferi. I know some people don't like Casey O'Neill. Look, I got my issues, but I respect her grit. She's gritty. I like that. She wants to win. She knows why she's there. She's there for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, I expect this to be a competitive fight. Yes, there's a good possibility that Grandma can shut down another, young up-and-coming fighter. But at the end of the day, I don't want her to. I just want her to, take a motherfucking, defeat and go on home. Go back to doing library or working at grocery stores, Kroger's, wherever the fuck you gonna go. You know what I'm talking about? And it's not that I don't want her to have a happy life, but all this motherfucking happy warrior shit, yeah, this is the last damn time the Savage gets to talk about motherfucking Roxanne Modafferi before she retires. I got maybe like a week or two until she's gone, okay? And then the motherfucking day, I'm going to take my time. Excuse me. I'm taking my motherfucking time on this fucking Roxanne Modafferi shit. So at the end of the motherfucking day, all that happy warrior shit, you read this article, it sounds like a bunch of fucking bullshit to me. It sounds like this woman never knew she wanted to be in the UFC for real. She just wanted to wear that motherfucking outfit and say, hey, look at me. Look at this. I did this, daddy. All that type of bullshit. So I'm tired of it. I'm fucking tired of it. And I'm glad this is the last fight. I wish she would change her fucking attitude. I just wish, but at the end of the day, I know, it must be hard for her. I mean, she's braver than a lot of motherfuckers. But this whole, shit about, well, I'm happy that the fans will be in here because COVID's kind of coming to an end and yep, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, but you already showed that you didn't give a fuck about the fans. Not like you should, Roxy. Not like the fuck you should. So at the end of the motherfucking day, I'm rooting for the youngin. I'm rooting for Casey O'Neill. I don't want her to give her no fucking necessarily a broken orbital bone or some shit. Know what I'm saying? But I want her to beat Roxy, okay? And even though it might swell up her ego to 1,000% and then she get her ass whooped by the next person she fight, I'd rather see that than Roxanne Modafferi go in there and get a little victory, because it don't even seem like she really appreciated it. I want her to take an ass whooping at least bad enough for her to know, oh, I'm definitely fucking retired. Know what I'm saying? So I'm going with Casey O'Neill. I'm the biggest Casey O'Neill fan in the world, other than some people, because I probably ain't on BJ's level. But at the end of the day, I really want to see her win this damn fight. I want to see her clown motherfucking Modafferi. I want her to take the happy, just strip that shit right off her motherfucking face. I wanted to be sad face Modafferi at the end of this motherfucking fight. That's what I want to see. Know what I'm talking about? So in conclusion, Roxanne Modafferi, hey, congratulations on a motherfucking fight career that, has lasted 50 fights. But I hope and the Savage pray that your last fight, that number 50 as a professional MMA fighter in Savagely. This is Savage W MMA fan. And just like Roxanne Modafferi at the end of this fight, I'm out.